you're always on my mind. Circling round my brain, it happens all the time. I close my eyes and...
Hey guys, my name is Lauren Hope Glory. I'm the CEO of Moving On TV.
The anger you display, I really cannot take. Want to break the barriers that you and I would make. There'll always be a part of you down deep inside. In the corners of my heart, you're always on my mind. Wish we were together, not all alone. Wish we were together, not all alone. I try to follow all the cycles of the night. Up and down the feelings go, I know it is right. Reaching out to touch your love, but emptiness is here. Wish that you were here again. You'll always be there.
Why am I all black and white? Whatever. Anyway, my name's Bob Alberta. This is me vlog. Me vlog day one. Staying sane, one day at a time. I'm sorry, I've only got a white towel. I'm at Janie's and I've got a nice new shower cap.
Right. Reaching out to touch your love, but emptiness is here. Wish that you were here again. You'll always be there.
Hey guys, welcome to Moving On TV. And I'm back. Haven't been well for the last couple of days. I've had time off. We're having a bit of an issue getting on at the moment. So let me just we've got an interview at 3:30 with Emanuel. He's going to come on and talk about his new film, which I watched last night. I actually watched it last night and it's really good. And it's on Alpha TV, so it's coming on at 3:30. But I want to talk to you about the can't be bothered feeling that we get sometimes where we can't actually get up. So I've got to reconnect YouTube apparently. There's something not right here. Okay, so if you, as I'm talking to you, as I say, welcome to Moving On TV. It's nice to be back. It's not the best connection at the moment. Excuse me. Right, I've just got to check what's going on here, why we can't connect. So please be patient with me, patient with me. Right, connect to the accounts. Right, why is it not connecting to YouTube? See. Sorry about this, guys. Maybe because I haven't used it for a few days, we've got to go back and do the same process. Right, okay, we're now connected to YouTube. Cool. I know there's been some issues with with Facebook. Right, close the window to continue. Right, so we're connected to YouTube, Twitch. See if we're connected to Twitch. Right. Sometimes Twitch takes a little while. There we go. We're connected to Twitch. I know we're connected to Twitter. Facebook, it's connecting me to the wrong account, but it's connecting me to a cat. But never mind. At least we're connected. And of course, we're connected on here to Facebook as well. So thank you guys for joining. But for some reason, it decided to connect me to Peace's account. Peace has been working. He's been working at long last. Right. There you go. It's connected me to him again. Oh, well, whatever. We're on now. But let me just, now I need to connect to Hap. Oh, I don't want to put on the whole thing that I just did. Right, go live. Right, ooh, we'll just put stay sane. Stay sane today is 78. Yesterday was the road less traveled, and it was all about letting yourself have fun, creativity, do what you love, and just really just go for it. Yeah, in different ways. Come out of your comfort zone. Today, stay sane 78, and this that feeling where you really can't be bothered, that you don't want to get up, you don't want to work, you don't want to do anything because you haven't been well, or we're going to talk about that in a minute, how to get over that. Okay, because as I say, whatever I experience, I can teach you. I can teach. So hope you're having a nice festive season. I've got my new lights. Right, so can't be bothered feeling. An interview with Emanuel 3:30. We got half an hour. Emanuel Trangos 3:30, and that's about his new film, What Really Matters, and it's a good film. It's on Alpha TV, so I think you need to purchase Alpha TV to do it. He will explain to us. I'm not sure. Right. Let's flip the camera. Right, Instagram now as well. Trying to get onto Instagram. Yeah, okay. Instagram. Right, let's get onto Instagram. Live. Right, okay. Go live. It's really weird this. Sometimes, there we go. Instagram, right, details. Right, we're on Instagram. Woo! Stay sane daily. Stay sane. And it's 78 today, guys. Wow, we are really, really moving on with this every day. So it's can't be bothered feeling. And interview 3:30. I'll give you an example. Yeah, I'm supposed to have done something today to go for my counselling today at 1:30. Can't be bothered, an interview with, and I just couldn't get up. I was so tired, and the more I lay in bed, it was like, nah, it's not gonna happen. Can't face it. Can't go out there into the cold weather. And I've been doing that quite a lot with my counsellor, and she's so kind and so loving. I felt like I needed to make amends to her today, and I did. I said, I'm really sorry. And that's what we're going to look at the minute, is if it's affecting other people, how can we stop being this way? Interview with Emanuel Trangos around what really matters. Really matters. And then I had the interview planned with Emanuel, and because I couldn't sleep again, I thought, no, I can't face this. I'm not doing it. So I sent him a WhatsApp. This is like a pattern with me, yeah. I wake up, I think I can't cope. I can't do it. Not that I can't cope. I'm just too tired. I just need to go back to sleep again. Yeah. I don't know if some of you can identify with this, but I hope you can. And I contact him. Right. Okay. We're live now. We're live on HAP. Thank you for joining me. We're live everywhere now. So I don't know if you do this. You wake up and you think, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't face doing it. I can't face anything. You've made some plans, you've made some commitments to people, and you wake up and you think, nah, I can't do it. I don't feel well enough. The body doesn't want to do it. I don't feel well enough. I can't face this. Yeah. And that's when you think, well, I'm just going to go back to sleep now. But the problem is that when we do this, we're letting other human beings down. And if we keep doing it, it's not good. It's not good for us, for our spiritual development, and it's not good for our awakening. So let's go live on Instagram now. We're live on Instagram. It's not good for our awakening. It's not good to keep doing that, to keep letting people down. And I certainly don't want to hurt people. So today, I actually did get up. I did take that first step. I contacted Emanuel and said, look, can we do another day? And he said, yeah, probably. I'm just going to tag a few people in particular. Oh, God, I wish I had someone doing this for me while I'm doing the talk, because I'm sidetracked now. So I don't know who that is, but we'll invite them. Vlad. I don't know what's going on with Vlad. I think he's just working so hard towards Christmas period, but hopefully we'll get him on. So that kind of feeling like, oh my God, I can't do it. I can't be bothered. I'm not feeling well today. I feel, I've just cannot get out of bed. That's okay. But if it keeps happening over and over, and it's kind of like a little bit of a pattern that I've noticed in me. And of course, everything that I notice, I'm here to teach you how to get past. Yeah. So you need to start looking at it. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to look at it now. So this feeling of it keeps repeating itself. What's going on here? How can I avoid this? How can I stop myself from hurting other people and do something better here? What can I do? Is there a way to do this that might be beneficial, more beneficial so I don't have to keep hurting people? Yeah, I say, I'm not well. So what I think the best, so first of all, we'll deal with that. Then we'll deal with whatever is behind this and how to eliminate this situation to the best of our ability. Okay. So you wake up, you've got something planned. Yeah. You've got a therapy session, or you've got to do an interview, and it's like, I haven't been on all week. I've been ill. I'm not going into details, but those that know what's going on with me. It's nothing serious, but it's not it's not serious, thank God. Hi, Cara. Hi, gorgeous. Good. Isn't it synchronistic that I went on? Because I wasn't going to go on. I wasn't. It was that I cancelled my therapy. I cancelled the thing with Emanuel. I cancelled because I've been ill for a whole week now. I'm not, as I say, it's nothing serious. It's just it's just too much work. And the body, especially the lower, the lower back and all of that area, which I had the disc removed, 15 years ago. And so I had to stop. I just went to bed and I stopped. Well, I kept my marketing going on Instagram. So every day you got the stay sane, and I did my creativity while I was lying in bed. Peace took over. Peace, the cat's got a job now. He's the chief Instagram marketing. Anyway, so I put a bit of humor in there. Cara, it's wonderful to see you, sweetheart. So how do we do it? So how do we, first of all, okay, so you wake up and you think, I can't do this. It's too much. I really can't. God, leave me alone. I'm going back to bed. I'm pulling the covers over. But if you think about it, you're letting down that person that was going to meet up with you and work with you. So we'll go into that. I don't want you to feel guilty, because everything is all over the place and you have a right to do this until we know how to do it better. Okay, so it's not about feeling guilty, because if we feel guilty, we're going to make more mistakes. We're going to sabotage, we're going to hurt ourselves. I don't want you to feel guilty. You have a right to feel like Kara does today. I'm feeling the same, not good. You are okay. Okay, so what do we do? So let's look at it. So the first thing I did was I went into my adult Lauren, and she said, Lauren, okay, then how about we do get up? Because if you don't get up, this is going to go on and on. What, you're not going to get up today at all? It's like 2 o'clock and you're going out tonight. You're going out for a meal. So does that mean you're not going to go for the meal? And I thought, you know what? I've got to nip this in the bud. So I got up, had a shower, got myself together. I put on my new lights, Cara. Look, I got lots of new lights for the festive season. And I thought, I'm getting on there. I'm getting on there. And I texted Emanuel back and said, yeah, I'm doing it. And that's it. So I managed to get up, have a shower, feed the cats. I've just started, sweetheart. I've just started. As I'm saying, there are 2 stages here that we're going to look at. The first stage we're going to look at is how to move past this in the moment, how to actually do the action, how to get out of bed, how to actually get out of bed, or how to bother. It's funny because Catherine Tate said, Am I bothered? Am I bothered? And her name was Lauren. Okay. How to actually do the action, how to get out of bed, how to bother. You have to have tiny actions, tiny, tiny, tiny. So your actions can be like, okay, I'm going to get up, I'm going to stretch, tiny actions. But you have to talk yourself through it like a loving parent, parent or friend. And also, what really worked for me was the possibility, oh my God, what are you going to do? Stay in bed? You're not going to go for your meal? You're not going to go out with your friends to meet up with people that really, once in a blue moon, you get to meet up to go for a Christmas meal. You're not going to do it, Lauren, with your lot. And I thought, yeah. So you talk to yourself as an adult, yeah? And you say, okay, Lauren, we're going to get up. Now, we're going to face something. So we get up, we have a shower, we have a glass of water, a bottle of water, whatever. And then you start to feel alive again. And you think, yeah, if this goes on, I won't be bothered tomorrow either. So try to do a small action for yourself. If you don't want to, don't force yourself. You're really feeling, but if this is becoming a pattern, that's what I don't want you to carry on doing, pattern. If you do this all the time, you let people down all the time because you just can't get out of bed, because you just can't face anything. That's what we're saying here. That needs to change, okay? So the first stage is, as I say, if I thought that, I'm just going to stay in bed, I'm not going to bother, and then the voice inside me said, Lauren, just get up, have a glass of water, turn the computer on, because the minute I turn the computer on, that's my connection to moving on TV. So take an action that moves you forward. Okay, that's a good idea. Let's put that down. Take an action that moves you forward. Sorry about the spelling today. Take an action that moves you forward. Okay? An action that moves you forward. And I've lost our Instagram, it doesn't matter. Hopefully it'll come back. The battery's dead. So take an action that moves you forward. So you get up and you have a shower. And then, okay, can I turn the computer on? Turn the computer on, because the minute you turn the computer on, it's you've given a message to the universe that you're going to work. Okay? So moving on TV is all about moving forward, slowly, gently, slowly. We're moving forward. Okay, so that's taking care of I can't be bothered. Now, what I want you to look at now is how can we avoid this happening How can we take responsibility and stop doing this in the first place? Okay, right. So let's take the example of the counseling. I was supposed to have the counseling today. So I sent her a message. It was late yesterday. And straight away, she jumps on and says, Lauren, I can see you, yada, yada. And I say, great, thank you so much. And if not, we'll do FaceTime. And this feeling is like, I can't be bothered. I have to go to the playground. Okay, have fun. Have fun. Have fun in the playground. Right? So it'll probably be on again. I don't know, sweetheart. I've got to go easy on myself, as I say. I'm going out tonight. I'm going for a meal. So it depends what time I get back. And if I can go on moving on TV, I will. If not, then it's going to be slowly, slowly, gently, gently, because of what happened with my back. And I'm not taking any chances there, because I already had a disc removed. Right. So years ago. So I've got to be very gentle. Virtual hug to you as well. Love you. Virtual hug to Tyra. Okay. So what does it say on here? I don't know. I can't read it. Anyway, so let's come back. So how do we avoid it? So the first thing I thought to myself, Lauren, you're doing your best to ascend. You're doing your best to have an awakening here, to be a good person, to not harm people, to not upset people. You're doing your best to be kind and loving and to move on and take responsibility. So I apologized to my counselor and I said, look, I'm doing this too often. I don't want to do this too often. So here is my suggestion. I don't sleep very well at night. Could you make the session as late as possible? And that's it. So I took responsibility. I said, I'm sorry, right? I said, I'm sorry. I took responsibility. That's the first thing you do. Okay? You take responsibility. You say, I'm sorry. And then she says, yeah, no problem, Lauren. She's so kind. So she will make the session a lot later. And then I've got time to rest, to meditate. If I don't wake up because I haven't slept and I need to sleep till like 2-3 p.m. in the afternoon, okay. Because if I'm not well, I need to sleep. And if I can't sleep at night, I need to sleep during the day. I need to do my best by this body, because without this body, there is nothing. You do know that. But you cannot function without a body. This shell keeps you going. Okay, thank you for joining us, guys. I'm really happy to see people joining. Again, we keep getting kicked off the Instagram because there's something going on here with the battery. Never mind. Because I'm trying to do everything on my own, and that's where I crashed this week and had to go to bed. So as I'm saying to you, you look at what could I have done to not have created the situation, okay? So we take small actions when we're in the situation, but then what could I have done is really important. What could I have done to stop this happening in the first place? Okay, because some of us, we make promises we can't keep, okay? We're good, happened in the first place. We spread ourselves about a bit too much, yeah? We spread our energy around. We make promises we can't keep. So what could I have done to stop this happening in the first place? So that is very important. If you can do that, that's incredible. If you can get yourself to a level of saying, well, maybe I shouldn't have planned an interview because I'm just not up to it. So think about it before you do it. Give yourself a chance to think before you go into, I've been ill all week. Maybe I'm not ready to do a big interview. Maybe I needed to put that off till later on in the evening. So I've had time to get up and get myself together. Do you understand? So stay sane daily, 78. I hope this is helping, guys. I really do. I hope it's helping because what I learn, I teach, okay? So you think about it first. Maybe I shouldn't have taken on that pressure, right? 78, an interview with Emanuel. Let's hope this stays on. Interview. Should I be doing all the social media on my own? Apart from Peace the cat, of course, when he can be bothered. And most of the time he can't. Right, so we're back. I think we're back again on Instagram. It just keeps coming and going. So that's really what I wanted to teach you today is you need to take responsibility for your feelings. Yeah. If you can be bothered, if you can't be bothered, then you need to start thinking about what promises are you making. If you're not well enough, take stock of your body. When you meditate, do I need another week before I can actually get back? Am I feeling well enough? Slowly, slowly, gently, gently. You need to take care of yourself, guys. You need to take care of yourselves. Because if you're not well physically, you can't do anything. You can't work. You can't do anything. Okay. So if you've got that feeling that you can't do very much, then be kind to yourself and just don't do very much. Right. Let me tag a few people again. Hopefully this is going to stay. I don't know why this one doesn't want to charge while it's on. Right. So this feeling, as I say, so we're trying to look at the full picture here and how not to get ourselves into a situation of I can't get up and I'm going to let people down here all over the place. Okay, so I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So, okay, if you're ill and you need to cancel things last minute, that's different. I'm not talking about that, guys. I'm not. I'm talking about if this is a pattern, okay? I'm talking about a pattern. If you keep doing this, you know what reason is there? Why do you keep doing this? Why do you keep doing this? So why am I canceling? Now let's keep going off. Okay, we'll forget it. Why am I canceling my therapy sessions all the time? What's going on? Why do I keep canceling my therapy? So we're not on Instagram all the time. What's going on? Why don't I want my therapy sessions? Or am I just really tired? And then once you apologize to that person, you take responsibility and say, you know what, I'm really sorry. I just couldn't do it. I just can't do a certain time. So could we make it as late as possible in the evening? When can you do? Because by then I'm likely to be up. I'm likely to have eaten. I'm likely to have taken myself, sorted myself out. Okay, so if it's a pattern, then we really need to look at it because you don't want to keep repeating the pattern over. What could I have done to stop this happening in the first place? Okay, so you'll see with me sometimes there's a pattern and I have to break it. It's like I'll plan something with someone and then I'll wake up and I'll send them a message. Oh, I can't do it. I don't feel well. I don't want to get up. No, I don't feel well. No, I can't do it. Okay, that's usually what I do. The first thing that I'll do is I'll send them a message. It seems to happen a lot with me. Oh, I'm too tired, or I didn't sleep. I can't do it. I just can't face it. Because that's how I wake up in the morning. I can't face it. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Especially if I've slept like 1 or 2 hours. I can't do it. But what are you doing to that other person? Okay, so it's taking responsibility and just saying, you know what, I'm not going. If I feel that I can't do something when I first wake up, then I'll leave it instead of letting go. Instead of hurting another person and then feeling guilty, because there's no point. I'll say, okay, I tell you what, can we plan this next time I plan something? Can we plan it just in case I don't sleep? Can we do it a lot later? Maybe 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 in the evening. That would work better for me. I'm just going to send Emanuel now. Hopefully, I haven't missed the opportunity with him. I'm going to send him a link. To the interview, and hopefully I haven't missed an opportunity with him. Sorry, I need to take you guys off for a minute. So as I said, you've got to be very aware of this. I've got to be very aware of this, and this is why I'm teaching you guys. This is why I'm teaching you, okay? It's that if you feel that way, yeah, if you feel that way, then you've just got to say, right, okay, I'm going to try to plan things differently. If my body clock is different to everyone else, then I need to plan my interviews for later on. Okay, it's just simple little things like that. I know it doesn't always work because people are, but you need to sit down with your loved ones. You need to sit down with the people that you care about, and you need to say to them, you know what, I'm really sorry, but I can't do it. I need rest, or you know, can we plan this a different way? Can we do it together? It's all about working together, guys. All about working together, right? I'm hoping I did watch Emanuel's film till quite late, you know, so I was watching it. He sent it to me and I watched it. Luckily, I was able to watch it so we could have a good interview. So let's put the link. I'm just going to send it to him on WhatsApp. Okay. So basically, what I'm saying to you guys is, right, I've just got to check my WhatsApp. Everything's on the same phone, so sorry about this at the moment. Okay, I'll send. Oh, I just sent you. See, that's what happens now. Right, we'll see what happens. You see, he may not be able to do today. Okay, I just sent him the link. And if that's the case, then there were consequences. There's always consequences. There's always consequences because now I'm on and I'm ready to go for the interview and he may not be able to do it. So it's kind of like a domino effect. But we are mental health TV. I am suffering from post-traumatic stress. I am suffering from physical problems because I haven't been on all week. So we have to be kind to ourselves and not feel guilty and not make other people feel guilty. So I may not be on for that long. I may not be able to be on for that long. So okay. So I'm just going to give him the link. But this is really interesting. This is really interesting. You see how the domino thing works? So I woke up feeling like I can't do this, and maybe that was the right decision because Emmanuel's now saying that he may not because he's got other stuff and he's not feeling it. It's interesting, isn't it? He's not feeling it. So could it be that it wasn't meant to be today? Could be that it wasn't meant to be, so to speak. Right, let me just send him the link. But I'm not going to stay on for very long because I'm not going to stay on very long because, as I say, I've got to get myself out of the pattern, and I've got to take responsibility for this pattern. Okay, so meditation is probably, we could even do it ourselves. But before I do that, I'm going to put on the Trigger Me D because I did actually, I managed to do some editing before I got ill. So they should be on here, the first one. Trigger Me D, the first one. I managed to do some editing before I wasn't able to. So this is about being triggered. But as I said to you guys, 78 is that feeling of I can't be bothered. There's two ways to look at it. Is when you first get up, take a small action towards what you're supposed to be doing. So before you cancel it, have a pause, okay? Have a pause or meditate before you cancel, because you may feel like I do now, a bit sad because I wanted to do the EMC. Right, meditate before you cancel. Okay, have a pause first. Because sometimes we do things and then we think, oh, I wish I hadn't done that. Come on, Lauren. Have a pause or meditate before you cancel. So never do anything when you first wake up. That's a good one. Never make a decision when you first wake up. That's a good one. First, meditate or ask for guidance even. Yeah, that's a good one. Ask for guidance, okay? So don't make a decision when you first wake up because it's easy. I'll pick up the phone, meditate on it. So you wake up, you go, okay, I'm going to meditate on this. Is this something I can do today? Is this something I'm not going to be able to do today? And then your higher power can come in and give you another answer. So never make a decision when you first wake up. Ooh, let's have a look at the little book for today. I can't even remember what day it is today. I think it's the 17th. It's today the 17th. Let's see. As I said, I've been out of it all week. Apart from the fact that I've been on Instagram doing posting. Today is the 16th, okay? So today is the 16th of December. Yeah, 16th of December today. Okay. Let's have a look at the 16th of December today. What does it say? I wonder if there's any synchronicity in what it says. The verb resent comes from the Latin meaning to feel again. When I resent someone, I recycle old anger, hurt, shame, and humiliation. This is just like sticking a knife into myself and twisting it. I toss and turn all night while the person I resent is home sleeping like a baby. The program shows me the way out of this futile and agonizing self-torture. Powerlessness was my dilemma. Today, I have the power through God to forgive those whom I have allowed to hurt me. I can release myself from these burning resentments. May I realize that the more I resent someone, the more I hurt myself. And so to pray for those I resent, even if it's hard to do that at first. So today is about December the 16th, is if you feel any kind of resentment towards anyone, then it's only going to poison you, okay? To resent means to feel again. In Latin, resent means to feel again. When I resent someone, I recycle old anger, hurt, shame, and humiliation. So may I realize the more I resent, so if you're jealous of someone or you resent them, the more you're hurting yourself. You're recycling hurt, shame, and humiliation. Okay? It's like a knife going back into your heart all the time because they're sleeping and you're not. So today I have the power to forgive those whom I've allowed to hurt me, to pray for those I resent, even if it's hard to do at first. Okay? So that's a good one. That's a good one, not to resent people. Please, guys, please subscribe to get more programs moving on TV. So we try our best not to resent people. This is all part of Stay Sane Daily 78. Is I can't be bothered, and you want to have a better day today. So understand that when you're resenting people, you're only poisoning yourself. You're sticking the knife back in your heart. They're having fun, and you're not. Gratitude. Card 4 is gratitude. Okay, to be grateful. Okay, so these are a couple of little messages for you guys. The five things you can be grateful for. I'm grateful for, okay, here's mine. I'm grateful that today I managed to get on to do what I had to do. I'm grateful that I'm not in physical pain today, thank God. I'm grateful that I've got a Christmas meal to go to with my tribe tonight, which is huge for me because I don't go anywhere. I'm grateful to the person that came and took care of me and was really kind to me this week and really put themselves out to look after me when I couldn't move. The first day I couldn't get out of bed and I couldn't move, literally physically. Thank you. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful to the cats. for their silliness and their love. Okay, so that's my 5 things I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for people that are subscribing, and now I'm going to put on the Trigger Me D so I can just put a lesson on Instagram.
Okay, welcome to Trigger Me D or Trigger Me Do. I'm not sure what to call it. It's when you get triggered. Hi, I'm Lauren. I think I should call it Trigger Me D. Oh, what a great name, Lauren. Can I present it? Is that okay? Trigger Me D. Trigger Me D, I like it. I love the vibrations, Lauren. Do you think I could present Trigger Me D or Trigger Me Do or whatever? Look, the vibrations match all the colors in my hair. Woo. Oh, come on, guys. You know it's me who should be presenting it. Short red. I get all the views, as everybody knows. Everybody loves red. I think it'd be better if you called it Trigger Me Do. Trigger Me Do, because then people know they have to trigger you. You know what I mean? Not Trigger Me D. It's too much like Riddle Me D, Lauren. And I think I should present it. After all, everybody loves my beautiful long locks, and more people, especially men. Oh, come on, Lauren. You know I should be presenting it with all my beautiful long goddess locks. But I'm not sure whether you should call it Trigger Me D. I think Trigger Me Do, because then you're asking people, please do trigger me, because Trigger Me D is too much like Riddle Me D. Oh, I'm not sure, but I think Trigger Me Do, I really do. Oh, there you go. It works. Trigger Me Do, I really do. It all fits, doesn't it, Lauren? You know what, Lauren? I really think that I should present it. After all, you get most of your views when I'm on, don't we? I'm not sure what to call it. Mini Trigger Me Red do, because then it could be my program. Oh, come on, girls. You know that I'm the one that gets all the views. After all, you do watch the ratings when I'm on, don't you? I think, well, I'm not sure. Trigger Me Do, Trigger Me D. Oh, but as long as I can present it, Lauren, do you mind? I mean, come on. You know you're going to get most views when I'm on. You know what? I don't give a shite if you call it Trigger Me Do or Trigger Me D or whatever. That stupid cat keeps me howling at me all the time. Now, you're triggering me, and I'm miserable, and even more miserable. So don't give a shite if it's blondie or it's red or it's the cat down there, that Ellie, that predicted stupid Trigger Me D, Trigger Me Do. I'm just protecting my ability, right? But all about that, and I'm miserable. I hate that team song. What have you done with it, Lauren? Shut up on Irish. Team. And you should be working in a team. Will you start fighting all the time? Red and I think Sally. Now to me, Sally would be my choice. She's the sexiest. She's got a nice, gentle presenting voice, right? Sally, that's my choice. None of ya. Sally. For me, why can't I present it? Oh, you don't I present it. You're not going to get any viewers. Or you're going to get all the trolleys. That's all you get with Baba Bertha. Someone call. It's Sally here. Oh, I would love to present Trigger Me D, Trigger Me Do, Trigger Me Re, Trigger Me Roo, whatever. Oh, did I get the lead in Cabaret, by the way? You never actually notified me, Lauren. But I'll do my best. You know what? I would love to present this new program. Will you let me? Maybe this time I could present this program.
Me.
Right. As moving on TV is all about peace and not bickering, I I'm going to be the one to present it. Fiddle me dee, no. Trigger, take again. Trigger me dee, trigger me do. What difference does it make? Will trigger me dee dee do 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 dee 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 dee. It's all about being triggered. And I am Lauren Hope, here to present it in all of my identities and all my glories. And I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it helps you to not get triggered, or to learn how to deal with your triggers, not to struggle with them, to embrace them the same way as I embrace all of them. Thank you. Bye. Moving on TV, and here is a little story for you called The Rage. Hey guys, welcome to Moving on TV, and here is a little story for you called The Radiogram. Okay, the reason I'm telling you this story is because when I teach you to stay sane one day at a time, sometimes things come up that need to be sorted out. And with me, one of my biggest issues was analyzing, confusion and analyzing. I couldn't function for confusion and analyzing. And so I thought, well, it's time to really look at it. And so I closed my eyes and I went inside. I went to my solar plexus area, and there was a whole bunch of wires all mixed up together. This program is called the radiogram. This little message is called the radiogram. So basically, there were all these wires mixed up inside in my solar plexus. And I was taken back to being 4 years old. And when I was 4 years old, little Lauren climbed up onto a shelf and tried to bring down a radiogram, probably because she was analyzing, analyzing. She was in her anal stage, basic, trying to figure stuff out. So I brought it down on top of my head, and my father nearly killed me. He hit me. Well, I don't think he hit me, but he hit me with his mouth, not physically, and really scared me and told me I was a very bad girl. And that, of course, what happens, that gets stuck in your subconscious. So when I was hit with confusion and didn't know what was happening, I didn't realize that was my 4-year-old that was shocked. She got shocked when she got hit on the head first, then her dad shouted at her. So basically 2 shocks, one after the other. And so every time confusion, or Lauren got confused and didn't know what was going on, she was really 4 years old. So in this process, I went back into my solar plexus. I went on a little journey, and I asked my dad to come back, and he was there. We opened up the radiogram. Instead of me having to climb up and drag it down on top of me, we opened it up and we looked inside, and we saw these wires, loads of wires, the same wires that were cross-wired inside my solar plexus, causing all this emotional turmoil. We looked at it, and Dad explained to me how a radiogram works, because Lauren was in the anal stage of analyzing. She was 4 years old. Do you get it? And of course, as soon as Dad explained to me how vibrations and waves work and why the sound gets louder, when the sound gets louder, everything vibrates quicker. When it gets soft, everything vibrates slower and more gently. As soon as Dad explained that to me, it's like, oh, Daddy, I get it now. I understand. I don't have to grow up and analyze everything anymore and get confused all the time when I don't understand something. And of course, I got inner peace. Try it. Where did you get shocked when you were a child? What's your biggest trigger? If you get triggered, look at it. In the next few weeks, I'm going to look at all my triggers. Whenever they come, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to explain to you how I release them, how I love them, how I Embrace them instead of struggling. I love my 4-year-old. If you have a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old or a 2-year-old or a 7-year-old who keeps saying, "Are we there yet?" and they're so confused and mixed up and mucked up, don't tell them they're bad. If you're stressed out, just say, "Look, I'm tired, sweetheart. I tell you what, when you go to bed tonight, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to give you a bedtime story, and I'm going to explain to you everything you want to know as part of your bedtime story." Because you can make things up. You're a storyteller. Like me, we're all storytellers. So that's a little story about the radiogram. And I love my little 4-year-old. And I forgave my dad and said, "Dad, I understand you were stressed, you were tired. You didn't know any better. I love you, Dad. I forgive you. I release this to the universe. And now, if something comes back to confuse me, it's obviously my little 4-year-old. And if it's not my 4-year-old, maybe it's my 5-year-old. It could be a 5-year-old that went through something, but we need to get in touch with that. I love you. Take care. Have a beautiful day. Stay sane daily. Bye. Contact me on movingontv1@gmail.com. And if you want to stop the bullying that we get, please join my change.org and end the bullying from Rick Productions. And it's all on there, why they started to bully me, because I wouldn't work with them because they're slime. Thank you. Bye.
Hey guys, welcome back to Moving On TV. I hope you enjoyed that little radiogram story. It's a really good little anecdote. If you get triggered and you analyze everything like Lauren, then it's a really good little story to show you how I realized that I was analyzing and how to heal it and not to need to analyze as much so that I could breathe and relax and not need to do it. So I'm hoping these little stories are going to help you. Moving On TV here, Moving On TV Mental Health. I want to talk about consequences of our actions. First of all, I want you to be really kind to yourself at the moment. Be really kind to yourself. It's really important for you to be kind to yourself because we're going through a lot. And not only is the world going through a lot, but this is a difficult time of the year. Christmas is a very stressful time. Unfortunately, it should be just nice. For me, it's not stressful at all. I don't get caught up in it at all. I don't have a family, and as far as I'm concerned, it's just me and the cats. I don't know. I'm going for a Christmas meal tonight, which is nice, but I don't get caught up. I don't go shopping. I don't do presents. I do hugs if I can, and that's it. I'm not bothered, because I don't have kids. I don't need to get into it. But it is a stressful time. It's a difficult time because there's memories. Yeah. Memories of loved ones, memories of Christmases that you used to have. There's a lot of sadness around Christmas, a lot of loneliness around Christmas, it's a difficult time. And because the world is going through such a difficult time as well, there's a huge transition, a huge awakening. You need to be kind to yourself. Okay. So the things that would apply to you or me in an ordinary world where everything was flowing beautifully cannot apply at the moment. Okay, so if you can't be bothered, then go to bed, pull the covers over your head, make yourself a hot chocolate, or whatever, and relax and enjoy that feeling of I can't be bothered. Just relax and say, well, I can't be bothered today. I'm just gonna. I remember when I was in my 20s, had a friend called Jay, and Jay and I used to get together. Me and Jay, he's Greek, and we used to rot. We used to rot. We used to lie on the bed and say, we're rotting. We're not going anywhere. We're not doing anything. That kind of feeling like, oh, I'm just going to rot. I don't know if any of you did that, but thank you for joining us here on HAP. And we're on Instagram at the moment. The interview is cancelled with it, not cancelled, postponed, because I think also it'd be better to do an interview. The interviews are better done in the evenings because America is awake and you guys are home from work, and then we get more viewers. We got like 30 viewers the other night. So the more I stay on, the more viewers I seem to get on HAP, which is amazing. So if you want to rot for a few days, just rot, literally. I'm going to rot. And if you don't, the body might tell you that you need to. But what I'm saying to you, this is a difficult time of the year. And the most important thing you need is love for yourself. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the love. I put on a tiny bit of lipstick, I put on a wig, and I put on my fairy lights for Christmas. And I feel different. I put on a nice top with a really positive message. I can't actually see it or read it, but it's something about your dreams. Let's see if I can try and read it. Right. The future belongs to those who believe. It's not spelled properly. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. The future belongs to those who believe in the future of their dreams, okay? In the beauty of their dreams. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Isn't that beautiful? That's what I've got. I got this in Uxbridge 2 years ago, I think. It was 2019 when I got this for Christmas. Just dream. Just dream. That's what it says. It's not easy to see it, but it says just dream. Just dream. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Just dream. Okay? But be kind to yourself. Okay? So I know the lesson today is about I can't be bothered. Well, if you need to rot, lie there rotting. Okay? And then I want to look at the consequences, because remember, this is about me again. Sometimes there are consequences when we change plans around. Other people get affected. So please think about that as well. So be kind to yourself. But if you keep doing it as a pattern all the time, the same pattern, you wake up, oh, I'm going to cancel. You wake up, I'm going to cancel. That's my pattern. That's the pattern that I do. Well, there are consequences, because now Emanuel's gone to do something else. So he feels a bit let down as well. But because we're going through a very difficult time, the empathy must be there for you first, okay? But there are consequences. So if this carries on being a pattern, we have to look at it. We have to do something about it. Right, there's something I want to show you. I'm going to try and download it. It's on my Google Drive, and it's absolutely beautiful. So let me bring up my Google Drive and see if I can find it for you. It's very, very powerful. It's something that I found, and I put quite a lot of it. I put quite a lot of it onto Instagram a couple of days ago. Let me find it. Okay. recent. I think is it this one? It could be this one. No, it's not that one. No, it's not that one. This is also a good one. This is about the butterfly. Okay, so I want to download it, but that was not the particular one I wanted to show you. No. But while I'm downloading it, I would put this on as well. Oh my God, what have I done with it? I know I emailed it to myself. So I emailed it to myself. So I just need to check something that I emailed to me a few days ago. Sorry about this. As I say, I do all the admin as well. And I can't show you something else while I'm doing this because HAP is me actually pointing my camera. It's me pointing my camera. I can't remember where it is. Could be on my phone. Anyway, as you know, this happens quite a lot. No, we already did that one. Okay, while I'm checking, I'm going to put this on for you. It's just me singing something which is very poignant. But as I say, guys, try and do your best by yourself and try to do your best by others. Okay, but put yourself first. And if you need, as I say, it's a difficult time of the year. We're going through a difficult time of the year. So you need to be honest with yourself, very, very honest with yourself, obviously.
Shalom, brothers and sisters.
Okay.
I'm coming today.
Right. So I'll put this one on first, and then I'm going to try and find the one that I really want to put on, that I divided up into sections.
There's a place for us somewhere, place for us, peace and quiet and open air. There's a place somewhere. There's a time for us, somewhere a time for us. Hold my hand and we're halfway there. Hold my hand, I'll take you there. Somewhere
Hey guys, welcome to Moving On TV. I'm Lauren Hope Glory, the proud CEO, and I am so proud of it. You can see it in the background there, Moving On TV, bringing the hope and the glory back into your lives. Because when you get the hope, then you can get the glory, but you need to have the hope first. Hope is so important. Right, if you watch the interview with Emanuel, it told us that the most important thing in life is not money. The most important thing is connection between people, community. And if you don't have that community, then it's very difficult to grow. And maybe that's why it's taking so long for me to grow. So I'm calling you onto Moving On TV as we are the community. And if you are a lame duck, someone who has got outrageous beliefs in love and humanity and freedom, you need to be on here with your skills and your talents and everything you've got to offer, because that's why I created it. I created for all of us to be on here together, to express our talents, our love, our compassion, our skills, to tell your story, because you are a unique, amazing human being. So this is another little promo for Moving On TV. We are all about mental health. We are all about staying sane daily, one day at a time, because if you cannot express your talents, you cannot get anywhere. You will not get anywhere with sanity if you cannot express your skills and your talents and do what you love, even for half an hour a day or 10 minutes a day. It's very hard for you to stay sane. Believe me, I know. And that's why I do what I do. I do what I love every single day to the best of my ability. And I hope we can grow together. I love you lots. Have a beautiful day. Taking time to love yourself, to be there for you, self-care and love, keeping you sane one day at a time, bringing the hope and the glory back into your lives, as you can see. Bowing down to the creator, Moving On TV. I love you. You can check out more at hopegloryproductions.com. Bye. Join us. Oh my God, this is so cool. So cool. Okay. Remember what we talked about today? Accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Hold on to the affirmative, don't let the mystery between. And you gotta spread the joy and maximum, bring down to the minimum. Happy faith, alive, I want to walk upon the sea. It scream on, scream on, going everywhere, knowing we are. What did they do when everything looked so dark? You gotta accentuate in between. Thank you. This is so cool. I never knew I could do this with the video in the background of me. So I've done it now. Enjoy. Lots of love. Do what you love every day. Bye.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone.
God's sake, though your heart is aching, I can't sing, I can't speak and I smell. And then Baba Berta, so stop making fun of me Irish accent for a start. I've got to put this thing here to make y'all smile, for God's sake. Look at y'all sad faces. Right, if you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and see tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, yeah, smile for God's sake. You'll see the sun. He's gone. Sonny, whatever his name is, when they went down the shed. There's the whatever. You're not on TV, you're useless, all of you. Gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Oh no, it's here. Be ever so near. That's the time. You must keep on trying. I don't give a shite if you do or you don't. What's the use of crying, for God's sake? Then fight that life. It's still worthwhile, is it? I'm miserable, I don't think it is. If you just, I can't smile, I told ya. I can't, you tried on James' birthday. Don't you remember on our birthday? A smile one side. Hello there. Ever so near. That's the time. You must keep on trying. Smile, for God's sake, what's the matter with you? Trying, I'm really trying. Granddaughter, great-granddaughter, it's still worthwhile if you just... I can't smile. It hurts me hard. Me mother told me to smile. I smile. It hurts me, Bob. Stop it. I hate y'all. Goodbye. Disgusting. Look at it in the background.
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, she infiltrates moving on TV. What can I do? I'm doing my best. Welcome to Moving on TV Mental Health. What else can I put on? Ooh, a little message.
Bonjour, my name is Lauren Hoglory. I am the ghost. I am the actress that plays the part of Piaf. And I am asking you to sponsor Moving on TV, because when I go on the stage, I bare my face to the audience and say, I would la faire. And that is why I only wear nude makeup, organic. And so I am looking for a sponsor who will come on board Moving on TV with us, who does organic makeup, because that's all I'll wear on this beautiful shell, as will Piafa as well. Please contact us at movingontv1@gmail.com and join the party. No, yes, yes. Bonjour. Bye-bye.
Okay, I thought maybe we could also thank you for joining. I thought we could look at the language of letting go as well. We mentioned Melody Beattie. I think we talked about her, didn't we, in one of the interviews? Was it with Johnny Dart? We were talking about, yeah, Johnny. I'm trying to edit that interview, and for some reason, Adobe didn't want to edit it. Well, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. I might have to divide it up into smaller sections. But it was a fantastic interview, absolutely brilliant interview with Johnny Dart, the hip hop artist, the light worker hip hop artist. But we talked about gratitude and how gratitude is so important. And remember, we pulled the card of gratitude. We talked about Melody Beattie, and today's December the 16th. So let's have a look at, oh my God, what did I say? I said, put yourself first. If you want to rot, rot. Be kind to yourself. It's a difficult time of the year. Be kind to yourself. And what do I open on December the 16th? Taking care of ourselves emotionally. Okay, so Melody Beattie is an author who writes books about codependency. And I love her books about gratitude, because Melody Beattie says we should be grateful for everything. We should be grateful for the things that don't work for us, for everything. The things that hurt us the most are the things that you grow from. Again, this amazing thing I read the other day was that you cannot grow. Human beings do not grow when everything is fine, when everything is cool, they don't grow. So you were given all these lessons and all these difficult situations in order to grow, to become a better person. I know that applies to me. I am grateful for everything, for all the crap. I'm grateful. That spiritual, that part of me is grateful because it helps me to grow. It makes me a better person. It makes me a strong person. Yeah. I healed the body again this week without any medicine. None. No medicine, just natural. Rest, water, binaurals. What did I do? Colloidals, homeopathy, and the most important thing, hemp. CBD. You can get it on Amazon. Oh, I'm going to tell you a funny story. You know, I'm meeting up with Judy tonight, and she's going to talk about it tomorrow. She's coming over. Judy bought a bottle of CBD oil and took it home, and it was empty. It was empty. I'm not kidding you. So it was just the thought of it. You know, she paid for the thought. She paid for the energy, for the empty bottle. There was nothing in it. Anyway, she'll tell the story tomorrow as it happened to her. But what I'm saying to you is I used hemp from Amazon. You get it over online. Hemp CBD for the pain, as well as going to bed. I literally went to bed and I slept and I drank water and I didn't, you know, and I'm not 100%, but God, I'm so much better. I'm not in pain. I mean, I was in so much pain, I couldn't bend down to feed the cats. Now that was trouble. Martin came over, fed the cats, took care of us. Thank God, thank God, thank God. Thank God. I'm so grateful. I don't know what I would have done without him. I literally couldn't move. I couldn't move. And why am I telling you this? Because I healed it naturally. Again, and of course, I went inside, the most important thing. I went inside, I went on a little journey, and I found out where the pain is, and I asked it to be, I saw it, I visualized the pain and what it was. It was rage, it was pure rage, and I managed to let it go. It was all stuck inside me in my lower base chakra. Okay, let me read it to you. Taking care of ourselves emotionally. My phone is on here as well. What does it mean to take care of myself emotionally? I recognize when I'm feeling angry, and I accept that feeling without shame or blame. Okay, so I recognize I'm angry. What did I do? I went to bed. I was enraged. Something had happened. I was enraged, and I went inside. I can't answer it because it's on the same phone. I was enraged. Funny, I was just talking about it. I went to that part of the body. If you want to work with me, I can teach you how to do it. I found out where the rage was. I saw it the same way as I saw the radiogram inside the solar plexus. All the wires, I saw where my rage was. And with the help of my higher power, Jesus, Buddha, the angels, I took them all with me. I was able to see that rage disintegrating. I saw how big it was and why I was in so much pain. And then bit by bit, I saw it start to dissipate because I'd accepted and validated it. All right. What does it mean to take care of myself emotionally? I didn't take the rage out on anyone. And that's how much I've shifted. I've shifted so much that me and Martin noticed when he came over how calm I was and how loving I was. And I didn't take the rage out on anyone, but it was in me. It was internalized in me. Thank you so much for joining. We're talking about being kind to yourself and healing. I healed the body without medicine. The pain was excruciating. I couldn't turn in bed. Martin said to me, "You've got to take painkillers." No, what's the point of not taking painkillers? It's not like I have to get up. I'll stay in bed. I'll do my healing. Yeah, I can do that. I'm not saying not everybody can do that. I did call on some people that I knew did distance healing in my mind, telepathically. They sent me healing. It works. It works, guys. I'm telling you, it works. I did my binaurals. Look, I'm in a position where I can stay in bed. But everybody, if you get pain, you need to switch off. You need to say to people, "I'm sorry, I can't do this. I'm in pain. I'm going to bed." Because if you don't, then if you get a headache and you don't pay attention to it, it'll develop into something else, a migraine. If you get a migraine and you don't do anything about it, it'll develop into something else. You might end up with high blood pressure or a stroke. I wrote a whole book called The Little Book of Pain Relief to show you the progression. And so I went inside and I released it. And I am not in pain now, thank God, or else I wouldn't be doing this. I'm sitting on a really nice cushion. And I am not suffering, thank God. But I did it all with the power of love and God and healing with the body. No medicine. If you don't believe me, ask Martin. He said, "Have you got any painkillers?" Yeah, I've got loads of them, but I'm not taking them. I didn't take them for toothache. I healed toothache with binaurals and all the things you want to know, ask me. Mental health issues, I heal. Physical, I heal. If I can't heal it, then what's the point of being here? I believe you can heal anything. You can prevent and heal anything with your mind, your body, and spirit. If not, then I'll go. Then the body can leave, go back into 5D. Because I don't believe that those that are being appointed that are supposed to be healing us are actually healing us anymore. They're actually harming you. But don't get me going. I've got a big interview on Saturday with someone. If you want to find out, it'll be on BitChute. And God knows I'll ask the questions that need to be asked. Right. What does it mean to take care of myself emotionally? I recognize when I'm feeling angry and I accept that feeling without shame or blame. I recognize when I'm feeling hurt. I accept those feelings without attempting to punish the source of my pain. So you're not punishing anyone. You're saying, okay, I'm unhappy. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to figure out, like the radiogram. Why did I have to analyze everything? Well, because as a child, Dad never opened up the radiogram and didn't explain to me how it worked. So Lauren grew up to be an analyzer. And it was getting me into so much unhappiness. So now I don't have to analyze, do I? I can let it go. And I felt the pressure come out of my body. And the same thing with the pain down below. I went there and I watched it shrink. And then bit by bit, the pain went. If you don't believe me, ask Martin. I could not lie down. I could not sit down. I could just stand up and walk. I could walk, thank God, but I couldn't move my hips. It had spread into my sciatic nerve and everything. It was unbelievable. And I was crying. But then I started doing my work. And I did it, and I used the only things I think I took were the CBD, which I got online. CBD hemp, and you can buy it online. It's totally legal, and it helped me with my teeth years ago, and now it helped me with whatever was going on here. Right? I drank gallons of water as well, because water is very important. I recognize and feel fear when that emotion presents itself. I allow myself to feel happiness, joy, and love when those emotions are available. Taking care of myself means I've made a decision that is okay for me to feel. Taking care of my emotions means I allow myself to stay with the feeling until it's time to release it and go on to the next one. I recognize that sometimes my feelings can help point me towards reality. But sometimes my feelings are deceptive. They are important, but I do not have to let them control me. I can feel and think too. I talk to people about my feelings when that's appropriate and safe. I reach out for help or guidance if I get stuck in a particular emotion. So you might need therapy of some kind or someone who knows better. I'm open to the lessons my emotions may be trying to teach me. After I feel, I accept and release the feeling, I ask myself, what is it I want or need to do to take care of myself? Taking care of myself emotionally means I value, treasure, explore, and cherish the emotional part of myself. Today, I will take care of myself emotionally. I will be open to and accepting of the emotional part of myself and other people. I will strive for balance by combining emotions with reason, but I will not allow intellect to push the emotional part of me away. Now, that's what I was doing. I was analyzing everything. And when you analyze, you can't feel. Soup. So you have to have something hot to eat as well, or else you'll have pain. In this weather, you need heat. You need vitamin D3, K2, you need your vitamins as well. Right. I was analyzing everything to death, and the body couldn't take it. It was exhausted from the confusion and the analyzing and too much. I'm sitting non-stop, working, not walking enough, not doing exercise, not tap dancing. I've got to get back to tap dancing. So basically, what I'm trying to say here, you need to feel in order to heal. And when I started to feel these feelings, I was given an opportunity to feel the most intense physical pain down here. And I couldn't move. I had, right, that's it, Lauren, we're stopping. The body gives you messages. And so I went to bed for 2 days. And then bit by bit, the pain started to go down because I started to work on myself. I went inside. I've done this for years and years. My most incredible mentor, Keith Bascom, who taught me, he said, Lauren, you have pain, you go to bed. You have physical pain, you go to bed. Your body can't cope with it. You'll get worse and worse. And so I went to bed. Now, don't say to me, I can't go to bed. I'm busy. I've got to work. Well, there will be consequences. I'm sorry, but there will. There will be consequences. I'm going to be very tough with you here. I'm going to be very tough. If you get pain, you need to rest because the body is just like a car. The body is just a machine. Now you take care of your car, you do your MOTs, you do your services. If the car packs up, it packs up. You know, don't wait for the pain to be so excruciating like me that I had to go to bed for 2 days. Take care of your body now. Take rest. I'm not saying you have to go to bed, but take rest. If not, there will be consequences. There will be consequences, right? The body will show you. And when you get a symptom, you need to go to that part. You say to your intelligence, okay, where is this coming from? You'll be surprised. I do a process called the journey, which I can do with you if you contact me, if you want to find out where your issue is coming from. You close your eyes and you go there and you say to your higher power, take me there. You go in a little spaceship. I take Buddha and Jesus and we go in a spaceship. And then you say, okay, where are you going to take me? Where is this pain coming from? Now, it doesn't always go to the area where the pain is. First of all, it went to my emotions, the solar plexus. And it went to when I defend myself, I attack as well, which is interesting. I was being bullied non-stop, remember? And the more I tried to defend myself, the more exhausted I got. I was getting more and more exhausted from the bullying. That's what my solar plexus showed me. Remember? It showed me all the wires, all the confusion, analyzing, because so much bullying, so much coming at me all at the same time. And I couldn't deal with it anymore. So the body started to give me little glands coming up, all sorts of stuff. And then I checked it out. And I was trying to defend myself by fighting. And by fighting, I was getting more and more exhausted. I didn't know that I was doing this until the body told me. And then when the body put me in such pain and said to me, Lauren, okay, that's it. You're not getting up, sweetheart. You're not getting up. Forget about moving on TV. It's a bit of a problem because if I don't run moving on TV, who will? So then Buddha said, you've got a bit in the middle, Lauren. Peace the cat does nothing. Get him on Instagram. You can do the Instagram. So I did a lot of Instagram stories. At least there was some continuation. Because I could lie there in bed with my phone, but I could not sit in front of the computer. Not until this arrived. This cushion. Thank God. So I'm telling you guys, your body will give you some messages. I'm going to put something on now that someone sent me. I want you to watch this. It's about transformation, how we transform into a butterfly. It's this one. Yeah. Someone sent it to me on Facebook and they wanted me to watch it. Okay, so good luck with this. Enjoy it while I just sent a message quickly to someone to tell them what's going on later.
Shalom, brothers and sisters. I'm coming today with a message of hope and a message of encouragement. Before I begin, I'd like to thank the author, praise the author of the story I'm about to tell. The way he orchestrates life is so mysterious to me, but I can tell he's been doing it not a long time, but a too long time. He is perfect. All praise to the Most High. All praise to Yah, the creator of all. As they call him in the book, the King of glory, the King of splendor, the King, aka the King of beauty. All praise to the Most High God. But he pointed out something to me. I'm going to do a lot of videos on just simple things sometimes, because sometimes the most simple things are the most greatest things. Even down to certain insects, there's great significance to even the smallest of insects. But with that being said, I want to start off the story of, I call this the story of the butterfly. The next time you see a butterfly, the thing you should say is hallelujah. Praise your marvelous deeds, Most High, because the butterfly is an act of God. With that being said, I want to tell the story on how a butterfly is made. I didn't know this, but God pointed it out to me. A butterfly, starts off as a basically a worm, a caterpillar, a slug, whatever you want to call it. It starts off basically creeping and crawling. And then once the butterfly they say he eats enough. When the butterfly has eaten enough, he decides to go find himself and wrap himself into a cocoon. How did he know to do this? Who knows? Nobody but Yah Almighty. But the interesting part about this is when he gets into the cocoon, something magnificent happens. The butterfly liquefies. Listen to me. I said the butterfly liquefies. It turns basically, the way I can see it is it turns into water. His whole form, his whole being, his whole existence is destroyed in this cocoon. Everything it ever was is completely destroyed. All his memories and everything inside of this, its own little world called a cocoon. But as it's being destroyed, even down to certain insects, there's great significance to even the smallest of insects. But with that being said, I want to start off the story of, I call this the story of the butterfly. The next time you see a butterfly, the thing you should say is hallelujah. Praise your marvelous deeds, Most High, because the butterfly is an act of God. With that being said, I want to tell the story on how a butterfly is made. I didn't know this, but God pointed it out to me. A butterfly, starts off as a basically a worm, a caterpillar, a slug, whatever you want to call it. It starts off basically creeping and crawling. And then once the butterfly they say he eats enough. When the butterfly has eaten enough, he decides to go find himself and wrap himself into a cocoon. How did he know to do this? Who knows? Nobody but Yah Almighty. But the interesting part about this is when he gets into the cocoon, something magnificent happens. The butterfly liquefies. Listen to me. I said the butterfly liquefies. It turns basically, the way I can see it is it turns into water. His whole form, his whole being, his whole existence is destroyed in this cocoon. Everything it ever was is completely destroyed. All his memories and everything inside of this, its own little world called a cocoon. But as it's being destroyed, something greater has happened. I don't even think the butterfly can comprehend. It is being basically rebirthed into something 1,000 times more beautiful, something that literally lifts off the ground and sees life from a new perspective. Something so slimy and so lowly becomes so great that it even boggles the minds of human beings with consciousness. With a conscience, it makes the heart of man, the thing that's closest to God, it makes their heart flutter. Something so lowly becomes something so great. Something I can't stand worms. If it's something I just don't like, I don't like worms and slugs and all that type of leeches and stuff. I don't like this stuff. But understanding something that hideous in my eyes can become something so beautiful in my eyes puts me at ease, knowing that I can trust the creator of this creature called a butterfly. Matter of fact, the reason I'm here is you might think that that's something that a butterfly has to go through. Only butterflies have to go through this. And when I look out into the world and I read the scripture and I hear testimony, God is in the same business with human beings. We are no different than the butterfly. Before I get started, I even want to talk about what he called his chosen. He called Jacob one time in the book of Isaiah. He called him, matter of fact, let me read it. This is the Lord talking. And see, listen to how he put this. He said, "Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold," great big old word for God, "behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains, and beat them small, and shalt make them hills as chaff, and shall make their hills as chaff." But listen to what he said. First, out of all the things he could have called this man, out of all the great magnificent creatures he called him a worm. Not only did he not end there, in the second sentence, he proceeded to say how this worm, I'm going to make this worm into something. I'm about to transform you, you worm, you slug, you caterpillar, into something of beneficial use. And if I wasn't paying attention, if I didn't have the Spirit of the Lord upon me, those two sentences right there are most definitely easily overlooked on how the Most High works. I want you to listen to the caterpillar's life. The caterpillar, it starts off lowly. His life is sad. His life, to be honest, the life of a caterpillar is basically the most saddest story you can find, honestly. Listen, it starts, well, at least you would think it was. It starts off eating off the ground. It starts off lowly, eating off the ground, scavenging for food here and there. Listen to the life, basically the life of life. And then one day, the caterpillar gets fed up. He like, I'm done eating off the ground. I'm done eating off the floor. I'm done crawling and squirming around. I don't know what I'm finna do, but what I'm finna do, I'm finna go sit and I'm finna go rest. And I'm finna think this over. I'm finna ball up into my own world and try to think this over. Because like you said, it got to get fed up with eating off the floor. It gets tired. It gets full, so to say. Listen, the spirit gets full on the caterpillar. All for it to just go wrap itself up in its own little world to contemplate what's next. Just to be melted. Just to be disintegrated. Just to be liquefied. Just to be literally destroyed. But Jesus said something one time. Jesus said the only way, he knew what he was saying. A lot of these scriptures, they know what they saying. Just like that worm Jacob scripture. God knows he's been in this business too long. But he said, unless you be born again of water and the spirit, you will not see the kingdom of heaven. He said you got to have two things. You got to be born again. First of all, he called it being born again. And then he describes these two things as water and the spirit. When a caterpillar is born again, it is almost as if it's being melted. And for some odd reason, God is always considered a consuming fire. He's always considered, of course, he's a spirit, but he's always considered a fire for some odd reason. The Lord is a fire. Although we don't physically melt, how he's trying to show us with the caterpillar, although we don't physically melt like the caterpillar, our spirits. Some of you, we like to say, man, I'm going through hell right now. A lot of these sayings are not for no reason. And when you're going through this fire of the Lord, I done felt it before. It's like everything, I can only give you an example of other people who has testified on the Lord's behalf, because he has been doing this a long time, making something out of nothing. And it's a song by Yolanda Adams. It's called I'll Open Up My Heart. And in this song, she just feel like she don't know what's going on. The whole song, she just don't know what's going on. But she crying to the Lord, Lord, what are you doing? And at a point in time, she says, my hopes and dreams are fading fast. I'm all burnt out. And I don't think my strength is going to last. Basically, I don't think I can maintain this structure no more, Lord. What are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you putting me under this for? What did I do to you? Why are you stripping me away? Why are you taking all my hope away? At least that's what we say. Why don't I have any more joy? Why don't I feel how I used to feel? Why I don't feel like y'all king no more? Almighty God. Jesus at a point in time, he said something about a seed, like everything, even down to the original root of a thing is the story of a butterfly, let alone a human being. He said, verily, verily, I say unto you, except a corn of wheat falls into the ground and die, it abideth alone. But if it die, it bringeth forth much fruit. Basically, he was saying, hold up, my bad, child. It is scientifically proven that a seed has to die before it blossoms. Its structure has to give way before it rises up. It literally has to let go of what it once was in order to become a goddamn tree. And I know that acorn, if it had a mouth, it'll cry out, Lord, you're destroying me, Lord. You turn my structure in half. Or like the butterfly say, it feels like you're literally melting the skin off me. Or like our spirits cry out, God, you putting me through all this hell. What is your plan? What is this for? Forget what is this for. This ain't fair. But as the more I look at life, the more I understand the eternal gospel. Fear God and give him praise. It takes time. It is not easy. That is one of the hardest. I talk about it like it's simple. That is not an easy gospel, but it's very much so doable. It's a push. It's a breakthrough, so to say. It's almost as if it's a birthing of something greater inside of you to fear God and know that he got this regardless and just praise him through all the hell that you go through. But as the butterfly breaks down, when it's finally at its lowest, when it ain't itself no more, it's just not him no more, something great happens. It begins to build back. Something begins to build back up. The Lord begins to build it back. Because like he said in scripture, you got to be born of water. You got to be born again of water and the spirit. Fire is the most, out of all the things God could have used, fire is the most dualist thing you will ever see. Fire is the most uniquest thing I've ever experienced. It's the most unique element of life, fire and water. Two elements no man can explain if you ask me. But with that being said, fire has the ability to melt and fire has the ability to harden. So day after day, as the butterfly comes back into itself, not even to itself, it don't even know what it is no more, but it becomes more firmer and more firm. The more it stays in that cocoon and trusts the process, it becomes firmer and more firmer. Its wings becomes more solid. It begins to feel itself more. Its legs become more sleek. It begins to regain its sight again, and it becomes so strong. It gains so much strength. It busts through the cocoon that was made by its former self, the weaker self, so to say. It's too strong for its old habitation. And when it rises, it feels something on its back, but it's not weight. It's not heavy. It feels something. Forget that. Its instincts is to fly. Listen to me. I said its natural instinct after that is to just take off. Is to just go. I find that interesting because the Lord said those who wait upon him, he always refer, even in the book of Revelation, it made sure it put that there, but it comes from the book of Isaiah. He said those who wait upon the Lord, they shall soar upon wings as eagles. Before that, it says that everybody gonna get tired. He said even a young man get tired. Everybody gonna get distraught at a point in time. Everybody gonna get weary. Everybody gotta be the caterpillar. Everybody gotta disintegrate. Everybody gotta go through hell. It's no better way I can put it. But he said, but those who wait upon the Lord, they shall soar upon wings of eagle. He made sure to know that like the butterfly, the man shall fly. But there is a very interesting way that a eagle flies. I never comprehended that. Like I said, out of all the animals the great creator could have used, he used one called an eagle. He could have used a dove if he wanted to, but no, he chose an eagle. And I finally understood why he chose an eagle. Listen to how an eagle flies. It says, as I do read, these large birds move through the landscape primarily by soaring, a style of flying where they hold their wings outward and rarely, listen to that, they make sure you know that, rarely flap, saving them considerable energy. Instead of flapping, they rely on rising air currents to gain altitude. Two types of rising air currents provide most lift for soaring eagles. Man, if y'all don't hear the Lord in it, they say the eagle relies on the wind. They say the eagle soars. Matter of fact, the scripture says you will soar on wings of eagles. And if you comprehend the scripture, like Jesus said, he said, the spirit is like the wind. Although they may be secular, I noticed the celebrities, all their testimonies on how they got where they at. It's not a single unless they got daddy money or something. But all the celebrities who had to go through something, who had to go through the cocoon stage to get somewhere, they always felt like it was meant. It was always some type of push.
So that was the talk. What stage are you in? Are you a cocoon? Are you in your cocoon? Are you flying like a butterfly? And Muhammad Ali used to say, I sting like a butterfly. No, I sting like a bee. I fly like a butterfly and sting like a bee. But no, honest, seriously, guys, what stage are you in at the moment? What stage are you in your life? Are you still in your cocoon? Have you got into your cocoon yet? You've got to go in your cocoon. You've got to have that time and space And then when he mentioned the fluids, the water, wasn't that interesting? Flowing, crying, tears, water. We talked about how important it is to cry in order to move on, to become that butterfly, to transform. Life and the body and circumstances will give you loads of opportunities to feel your feelings so that you can become that butterfly. And if you don't listen, it'll give you more serious stuff. It'll give you more and more serious stuff. Look, we are not religious. I am not religious. I believe we're all connected. We're all the same. I don't preach religion. I don't preach, I teach spirituality. I don't tell you what to do. I don't preach and tell you not to take this or do this or whatever. I just teach by example. And when something works for me, I teach because I want you to get the great results that I get. Okay, so when you can be born again, you are, what stage are you? You don't have to turn to religion. You have to turn inside to God, to love. That's it. Spirituality is about loving you and loving everyone, becoming the light. But in order to become that, you have to go through the dark. There's no way you can come through the light without going through the dark, because first of all, you wouldn't know the difference. If there was no dark, how would you know what light is? If there's no light, how would you know what dark is? If there is no sadness, how would you know what being happy is? If you never felt happiness, how would you know what it meant to feel sad? You have to have the opposite. So how can you heal if you don't feel your pain? It's impossible. It's impossible. But you don't need to choose religion. I don't have a religion. I was born a certain religion, which I am now being told to be careful that I don't say too much, because we're living in unsafe times. Everybody knows what I am, what I was born. You may have been born something else. You had a stamp put on you. You're all the same. A baby doesn't have a religion. The parents decide what their religion is, and then they decide what that child's religion is. If I'd had a child, I would never have given them a religion. Probably would have fallen out with all the family, his family and my family. What right have I got to stamp a child? And in particularly the religion I come from, if it's a boy, it's going to be very painful. I would never put my child through that, ever. Who would? Sorry, let's not go there. But what I'm saying is, religion, you don't get a choice. But then this is what you're being told. You have to start again from the beginning. If you want to be mentally well now, you have to take apart everything. You have to throw it all away. Everything you ever learned. Unless it's serving you and it's kind and loving. Like my father taught me the love of animals. My father taught me interfaith because he was brought up by people of a different religion to us who loved him. So my dad taught me interfaith. My father taught me how to love. My father also taught me how to be scared. My father taught me how not to breathe. My father taught me lots of not good stuff. How to sulk, how to be moody, how to be guilty, to feel guilty for everything if I couldn't do it. Total codependency on everything. But he also taught me good stuff, how not to be frightened of spiders. So if you're with me and there's a spider and you're running around screaming, I'll be the one to pick that spider up and speak to it and call it Spivvy, because that's what Dad taught me. I'm not scared of spiders. I'm not scared of the things that Dad taught me to love. Little animals. Yeah. But Dad taught me a lot of bad stuff, not bad, but negative stuff that has held me back my whole life. So the system has taught you how to be a slave, how to do what you're told. You're being called now to start again from the beginning. That's all. Throw it all out. go into your cocoon, like the butterfly has to go into the cocoon first. You have to go through that stage. You have to rot. You have to throw off everything. You have to let the skin fall off. What happens to a snake? They drop their skin and they renewed. They get a new skin. What happens when you die? Whether it's true or not, you drop the body and you take on another. Yeah. So what stage are you in? Are you still in the cocoon? I'm between the cocoon and the butterfly. I'm not flying yet because I still haven't got the dream. I'm living it as much as I can, but then I go back into the cocoon again and I have to figure stuff out and I have to meditate. I get pain, I get emotional, I get sadness about this festive season, the unbearable loneliness, the missing, the grief. I have to feel it all. Hi, Guinea. Thank you for joining. You have to feel it all. Guys, go back. I'm trying to wave. It's not working. Sorry. It's not working. Oh, okay. I'm waving at you. Whoever. Thank you. Thank you for joining Moving On TV. I hope this helps. Guys, you can be born again. You don't need to choose a religion. Forget, you can if you want to. And Emanuel will come on here and talk about Christianity. I will come on here and talk about being a good person. That's it. I will not come on here and preach you to take a religion. To me, God is love. To me, God is self-love first. You love you. You love you. I call it healthy narcissism. And then you love everyone else. It's all about balance. Buddha, Jesus. I love the teachings of Jesus. I love A Course in Miracles, the new teachings of Jesus. All about love versus ego. That's it. Looking at things from a different perception. Just choose love. And I went to bed and I chose love for this body. I said, I love you, my body. We're going to heal together. And I did. I'm not in pain. Thank God. I mean, as I say, if you don't believe me, ask Martin. Well, you saw I never came on Moving On TV. I was crying so much. You got to take the painkillers. No, I'm not taking any painkillers. I'm not taking them because I don't want side effects. You don't take painkillers. I'll do it myself. How long as it takes? And it started on Sunday and I said, I'll be better by Wednesday. I was better by Monday evening. The pain had gone more or less, bit by bit. And of course, I got love. You see, that's another thing, guys. If you don't get love and attention, my mother was non-stop sick because she didn't have the love from my father. She was a very, very unhappy woman. And so the only way that she could get attention, he wants me to help him buy presents for his family in Portugal. Yeah, well, from what, mate? Why do people think I got money? Isn't that lovely? I wish I did, because then God could use my pockets to share it all around. Moving On TV doesn't have a penny. Do you think that if Moving On TV had money, I would not be resting now and somebody else would be running Moving On TV? Yeah, okay. So let me say that again. Let me say that again. Where were we? You see, people are under pressure to buy presents for Christmas. Why? Why do you need to buy presents for Christmas, Guinea? Give yourself a present. Why do you need to buy presents? Is that how you measure the love? So people are going to love me if I buy presents? What about being present for them? Do you see the difference? I'm here. I love you. I love you. That's my present to you. And if it's not enough for you, well, sorry. That's life. But you're brought up like that you think that money and presents equates to love. Oh, if you don't buy me that computer this year, Dad, you don't love me? No, that's not because I don't love you, sweetheart. I love you more than anything. I just have had no work this year because we've been locked down most of the time. So I can't buy your computer, but you need to teach your children. I'm sorry, it doesn't mean I don't love you because I can't buy you a computer. If that's how you're bringing your kids up, you're in trouble. That's how they want you to bring your kids up. Remember when kids used to get an orange and they used to get an orange in their stocking and that showed them that their parents loved them. Mom would bake a cake. That shows more love than giving your child a bicycle or a computer if you don't have the money. Guys, go on freecycle. Hey, Guinea, go on freecycle. Yeah, this is Stu. Oh my God. He follows me around. Same pattern, the same words. He uses the same words. Stuart Balmer, whoever you are. Why do you have to buy presents? Go on freecycle, get them for free. Go to a charity shop, help, another cause. People try to drag me down. It's really interesting because when I fought them, guess what happened? I got sick. They're gone down now, the glands, you see? The body tells you. I'm not fighting. I really care about this person, but they don't want the unconditional love. So what can I do? They just keep coming back in the patterns that they're trying to get attention from me. Like I said, my mom was always sick because she couldn't get any attention from my dad, bless her. So she made herself sick continuously. She was always falling, hurting herself. Are you always in physical pain? Are you always suffering one way or another, physically or emotionally? You might want to look at, do you not feel loved by yourself or by your family? Because that may be why you're getting ill. The body is your barometer. I have to go soon because I'm going out. But I just want you to think about what stage are you in with the butterfly. This is amazing. Got 10 people watching. Even one that is calling me a nonce, whatever that is. I don't really care, so whatever, if that's all they got to do. And I'm here and they know I'm here and they must get something from me being here because they keep coming back, apart from all the crazy friend requests, which I don't pay any attention to anymore, because I'm here to do a job, first of all, to heal Lauren so I can do my job. So please subscribe to Moving On TV so you can get more of this. So what stage are you in of the butterfly? Are you still, go back in your cocoon, Guinea, Stu. He comes onto YouTube. Now he's on Instagram. We love you. We love you. Okay, Moving On TV loves you. Here we are. This will be him as well, I bet. Which one is it this time? Oh, it's my lovely Cara. Hi, gorgeous. Yeah, I intend to. It's us. We're getting together before everything gets locked down again, gets shut down again. God knows. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. I'm going to go soon. But as I said, I want you to think about, Cara, what stage of the butterfly are you in? Do you go backwards and forwards to your cocoon so you can transform into this butterfly? I'm not in the butterfly stage. Sometimes I am, then I go back in. And that's how it is. It's transitioning. We're transitioning. I read something really good yesterday. And what it was is I've let go of my old self. And I'm now learning to get to know my new self. Yeah? I don't understand most of it. The body is changing all over the place because you've got to fit in with the new vibrations that are coming, which is love. Think about it. If you had a baby, Cara, the most painful thing in the world, I couldn't have kids, but you did. The most painful thing in the world to have a child, yeah? And of course, the womb is all water. Think about it, water. What did he say about the cocoon? You're being called to go back in the womb to feel everything. And when a mother gives birth, it's the most painful thing in the world, as you know. And then you produce this beautiful child. So the pain that we are going through, that the human race is going through, we are all going through intense pain and suffering, the worst we've ever gone through. And it's going to get worse for a while, and then it's going to be okay. I'm sorry, but I have to tell you, you have to get very strong. You have to go inside and you have to get Go back in your cocoon all the time. And if you say to me, oh, I haven't got any time to go into my cocoon, then you're not going to be able to do it. Because this awakening is about you going back into your cocoon. You have no choice. If you cannot go into your cocoon and try to figure out what's really going on with you, why do I do these things? Why do I repeat these patterns? What's going on with me? Is this my little child that never got any love at all? Why does Lauren analyze? Because her father didn't open up the radiogram and show it to her. So you go back and you open up the radiogram and you show it to Lauren. Why does Lauren feel bubbles when she gets anxious? Is that because Lauren was scared of the bubbles in the bubble bath when she was 5? Why does Lauren feel that she needs to defend herself all the time? Well, because she wasn't attacked by terrorists, but in her mind, she was scared of going to sleep every night. Her father said with a gun. You see, so you have to go back to that child and say, it's okay, sweetheart, look, it's 2021. I'm here, I'm healthy, I'm well. You never got hurt. So what's there to be frightened of? Nothing, it's just a memory. It's just an energy in the past. Gone. That little girl, you just go to that little girl. Like Cara. If you have issues that you can't deal with and you get anxious, you go back inside. That little girl that doesn't know how to deal with Tyra sometimes, you go back inside and you say, hey, I'm doing it. And you are, sweetheart, you're doing it. You're an amazing woman. Bringing up Tyra the way you do on your own. My God, to bring up a 7-year-old without it having the unfortunate issues that Tyra's got. You are amazing. Pat yourself on the back, sweetheart. I love you. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't know how to do it. I wouldn't. But you love her, so I suppose, love is the most important thing. I would figure it out. I'd have to, wouldn't I? Knowing me, I'd have them on the stage, singing, dancing, getting all that stuff out of them. The same way as, who was it we interviewed? Matthew Sykes. Matthew Sykes is going to do the football program for us. He's got ADD. And they put him on the stage and got him into football. You see? I know you are amazing, Cara. I keep calling you Tara. Cara and Tyra, it's Tara. You are amazing. You're an amazing mum. You need to pat yourself on the back. I bow down in humility to the way you bring up your daughter with the love that you have. Because I never became a mum, so I bow down to parents that really, really take care of the children and know how to bring them up. Let your child be real, but don't promise them anything and teach them to be in the cocoon. It's okay to be in the cocoon. You're in your cocoon now, right? Lauren's the butterfly today. She's a butterfly. Look, all the colors, smiling, feeling good, no pain. When physical pain goes, guys, when you can bend down to feed your cats, when you couldn't do that for 2 days, you are grateful to your back. You're grateful to the creator that helped you release that pain. When you can't walk for 4 months and you're in a wheelchair, you are grateful when you can walk. What are you grateful for, Guinea? Maybe you need to start looking at what you're grateful for, yeah? You don't need Christmas presents. You can be their Christmas present. How's that? You be the Christmas present for your loved ones just by loving them. Friend of, if someone taught you that you equate to the presents that you give, no. I knew a mum that she used to take at Christmas, they'd go to the charity shop, she'd buy her presents, she'd wrap them up really nice, and her children were so grateful. Do you know what my dad used to do with me? One of the things I used to love about Dad, because he was an orphan, Guinea. He was an orphan, right? Before he went to live with this family that loved him up until he was in an orphanage till the age of 14. Every year, Dad used to take me to an orphanage in Dublin, and we used to stack it up with everything we could think of, fruit and, you know, anything. I would put all my toys in there that I didn't, you know, because sometimes you get too many toys, and we give them to the children from the heart. You didn't need to spend money. You just gave. What those kids thought we were angels. They thought we were angels. So maybe, but the fact that Dad turned up every year at the orphanage because he knew how it was to grow up in an orphanage, and so his story is in A Cat Has Nine Lives. I wrote it with him. A cat has nine lives, and so have I. My dad taught me to appreciate everything. So my car is it's locked. It's half and half. It doesn't have a wind mirror anymore. Bless it. The tires are going. It's my car, and it's worth nothing. The cats are so old; they're worth nothing. You couldn't even sell them for 5p. But does that matter? I'm not going to go and buy a car. Even if I had the money, I would buy just something that's enough for me. If I had the money, I'd buy a better car. I'd give my car to someone. I wouldn't swap it because I wouldn't need to. I'd buy a better car, and I'd buy a home for me, a home, so I never get evicted. And then the rest of the money would be spread around. Of course, it would go into moving on TV to bring on staff so I can go to bed and rest. Yeah, my car is called Focus. And it teaches me how to focus. And we've been everywhere together, all over the country, all the way to Scotland and back, about 3 times, 4 times. And when we got back, the engine light came up, and I thought, that's it, bye-bye, Focus. But no, this amazing guy came to look at it. He said it was just a little light. He fixed it, and Focus is still with us. And talking of which, I've got to go because I've got to drive to Judy's because we're going out for a meal. So I love you guys. Stay in your cocoon. And I shall see you, all being well, tomorrow, Friday. All being well, I shall see you tomorrow on Moving On TV. And we will do Stay Sane Daily 79. But today I'm saying to you, go backwards and forwards from your cocoon. Don't become a butterfly too quickly, because a butterfly only lives for one day. You don't want that. You want to, what's the word? You want to grow into your butterfly. You have that opportunity. You're human. You're not a butterfly. Butterfly only lives for one day. One day of a butterfly may be 90 years for all we know of our lives. We don't know that, do we? But what I'm saying to you, you need to, what's that word? Gestate. You need to ferment. You know, when you create those amazing fermented vegetables for your gut, you put them in a jar and you leave them to ferment. Like the mustard seed that is planted, you need time to grow. Just keep nurturing yourself through the rain, through the heartache, and Moving On TV will do its best to be here for you. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'm going to bring on Judy because she's coming over and we might do something together. That'll be fun because she's so much fun. And she will tell you about the CBD oil. Cara, she went to buy a bottle of CBD oil in a health shop. And she opened it. It was empty. I didn't know they were selling air. Well, yeah. I used to pay to go on oxygen. The MS Society, you could go in an igloo. If you knew me then, I used to sometimes transmit inside the igloo. And you would breathe in pure oxygen. And oh my God, that was amazing for depression. Amazing for depression and stuff like that. By the way, talking about treatments, if you want to go, I know the Paul McDonald at the Positivity Center, and he does deserve a shout because it does work. He's one of the best healers I know, Mr. Medicine Man. Burnham, the Positivity Center in Burnham, National Lane. And I know that he is putting out on Instagram that he's doing healing on Thursdays and Fridays. So get in touch. So yeah. So bye, Cara. I love you lots, sweetheart. And I'm going to go now because, as I say, I'm going to go and have some fun for a change because it's Christmas, right? So before I go upon a Christmas song, God, now I gotta go. I need to take an hour to get there because of the traffic. Don't put any pressure on yourself. Again, patterns. If you get there 7:15 instead of, or even 7:30, there's still, it's not going to be the end of the world, guys. But but like I say, if someone comes on here and I hope you're getting something from it, please subscribe. I'm really, really grateful when you subscribe. And we are here to try and make your world a little bit better. So I'll just put on a quick Christmas song with the trees. I have to turn that away or else you see all of my files. Okay. And then, yeah, it'll take me half an hour to get there, all being well. Right. So I'll remember the day. I think it was it the 6th? We'll soon find out. There we go.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone.
Welcome to Moving On TV.